Hey Wolfpack, today is Friday, February 21st, 2020. I'm Trey Hummer and this is your Wolfpack News. Trey Hummer.
Josiah Duncan. Dominic Juvina. Donovan Hudson.
My name is Caitlin LeClaire.
This is going to be an exciting year for gamers as Sony and Microsoft are releasing their new console. These consoles are the new PS5 and Xbox Series X. Sony is having some issues though with their console because they can't keep up with all the new technology coming. Since they are originally built in China, the coronavirus is hurting Sony, a Japanese company. Since Sony cannot price their PS5, they are expected to have a high value price. Since the console costs $450 to build, it is expected to cost at the highest of $500. This means the PS5 is going to be Sony's most expensive console ever, while Sony is trying to find a price for the PS5. Microsoft is moving past the new console and are working on xCloud. xCloud is Microsoft's new storage system where you can stream more than 50 Xbox games on an Android phone. Microsoft will add more to xCloud.
Recently, singer and actress Jennifer Hudson performed a special tribute at the NBA All-Star Game in Chicago for fallen basketball legend Kobe Bryant. Bryant and his 13-year-old daughter and 7 other passengers passed away January 26, 2020 in a helicopter crash while traveling to Calabasas, California. During halftime at the All-Star Game, Hudson sang a song entitled All We Know. Chance the Rapper, Migos, DJ Khaled, and others also performed at one point, causing the crowd to chant the name of the fallen champion. How do you feel about Kobe and his death?
Well, I really didn't follow him as a player, but I hear he was phenomenal. Unfortunately, he went too soon, but we all have to remember it's not our choice when we go. So hopefully he's resting in peace and will be truly missed.
Would you give Kobe the label as a legend?
I think legend means different things to different people. I personally didn't follow basketball as much as some people that maybe were avid fans. I believe that a lot of people think he is a legend just because of his accomplishments as an athlete and what he's done. It's a sad, unfortunate what had happened to him, but I think a lot of people would give him legend status.
With some news that strikes a chord, I'm Caitlin. Have you ever heard of being awake during surgery? Well, if not, here's just the story for you, but with a twist. On Sunday, February 16, 2020, a woman named Dagmar Turner, age 53, was live on the news playing violin during her brain surgery. Pretty amazing, right? But why? Well, she had a tumor in her right frontal lobe but was a professional violinist and had been playing since the age of 10 and didn't want her motor skills to be damaged by the surgery. So Dr. Kiyomars Ashkin came up with a creative and innovative design of instead of doing a speech test like normal brain surgeries, he would have her play the violin to ensure what she loved wouldn't be harmed. Along with all that, he removed 90% of the tumor.
Hey Wolfpack, I'm Dominic. I'm here with some international news. The US and Afghanistan's Taliban will start a partial truce. There will be a planned 7-day reduction in violence between the US and Afghan Taliban. Will begin on Saturday. If successful, the two sides will sign the first phase of a deal aimed at ending nearly 2 decades of conflict. The agreement is scheduled to begin at midnight, coming after more than a year of talks between American and Taliban representatives. Under the terms of the partial week-long truce, it is understood that no major offense operations will be launched against the Taliban, Afghan or international forces. Only time will tell if these efforts are successful.
Welcome to the Big Brain Challenge. Information guaranteed to blow your mind.
I am the smartest man alive!
Hey Wolfpack, here's today's Big Brain Test Challenge. What two letters don't appear on the telephone dial? A, T and S, B, G and H, C, N and V, or D, Q and Z? The answer is D, Q and Z. When letters were added to the dial, two were destined to not make the 3 digits per letter cut. And because Q and Z were never used to name old-style manual phone exchanges by real operators, they were chosen not to be used.
Hey Wolfpack, I'm Donovan Hudson, and I'm bringing you this week's football news. The NFL news has been a little slow lately, but we have some free agency news. Starting with the veteran tight end Greg Olsen, who just signed with the Seahawks this week. Olsen will be 35 the next season and has signed a 1-year deal for $7 million with $5.5 million guaranteed. A few others who are re-signing to their teams are Drew Brees, who announced he will be back for the 2020 season, and Adrian Peterson, who will be back with the Redskins, looking to climb the record books even farther. Also in the news, Browns offensive tackle Greg Robinson was arrested at the border for possession of marijuana. Robinson was set to hit the free agency market next month, and the Browns have said they have no intentions of signing him back. Now let's move on to the XFL news. Like we mentioned last week, the XFL won't be falling off anytime soon. During week 2, they may have lost some TV viewers, but the attendance to games have skyrocketed, and they are even starting to get recognition from NFL players. Now, if you want a reason to start watching the XFL, Miss Silver's cousin Brandon Silvers is the starting QB for the Seattle Dragons. You can catch their next game against the Dallas Renegades this Saturday, February 2nd or 22nd on Fox at 2 p.m. as he looks to have another great game.
We had a marvelous time.
Those were good days.
With today's joke of the day, I'm Trey Hummer. What did the duck say when he bought lipstick? Put it on my bill.
That's it for today's broadcast, and remember, if it's news, it's at the Academy.